muted. There we go. Sorry about that. But now we can get started. It's me and Kanai. We're back. You know, we just want to have another loose conversation about some things we kind of went over earlier. I know we had a conversation that kind of was piggybacking off of a Kevin Samuels conversation we was having, a video that he posted recently, where the discussion was about like women and should sex be on the table if men are offering gifts, you know, that type of stuff. And we had a lot of I thought interesting takes earlier. But I just first of all, I want to know like just in general, not you know, you per se, but like what would be your thoughts on like some woman who's she's just dating some guy, and you know, this guy, he's paying for, you know, drinks, dinner, you know, the whole nine, you know, a lot of the things that a lot of women are expecting when they engage in a lot of these guys nowadays, you know. And my thought or my take on it from earlier was that if the woman is allowing the man to do all these things, then she has to know and assume that this guy is expecting something, you know, in return. So like what's your thoughts on that, just in general?
You know, it's a thin line with that, because you don't want to come off like you playing a game, but you can expect something all you want. That don't mean you're gonna get it.
Right.
I mean, if you ask somebody to go out with you because you're interested, we do know we're talking about the male species here.
Right.
Women, you know, if she's a decent woman, she wants to feel like, hey, you know, I'm going out with this man. I do like the man. And women know within the first 5 minutes if they're going to give you something anyway. So if you don't get none, then you just going to be spending your money.
But do you think that's right though? Like, cause this something that I believe was a thing.
Well, Kevin Samuels.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, no, you're all good. I just want to say that I think that it was a thing back in the days where if women wasn't interested in this whatever guy that's courting her, and he decided to give her any type of gift, she would actually, you know, deny giving him this thing, and, you know, say, no, you know, it's a nice gesture or whatever the case is, but I can't accept this gift from you. And so, right. So I think that's something that women,
ain't nothing free.
Yeah. So I think women understood and understand that if you are accepting these gifts, then, you know, you have to understand that men are thinking that I'm getting something in return for this.
Yeah, eventually, you know, but like I said, you know, a lot of women know when they're gonna be with that man. Like, it's really just like that. They know who they gonna make wait, and they know who they ain't gonna do nothing with at all.
Right.
But you do have some women out there that don't have that kind of you know, thoughts about, shoot, some women just want a free meal. You got some women out here that just go out to eat.
Trust me, we know.
Just something to do, you know, and you know, a man has to be smart enough to pick up on that. Okay, she just want me because I'm taking her out or whatever. But no, I don't feel like that's, I feel like this, you know, you want somebody to, you want to treat somebody, you want to show somebody how to treat you, you know.
Right.
If we going out just to see many dates, how many dates we gotta have before we get to the bedroom, it's just like, I mean, okay, but it may not happen.
Yeah,
So
I get that, and I always look at dating and all that as a crapshoot, and it's a roll of the dice. So you're right, you shouldn't expect anything, but we all know that, and that's why I'm glad that we called this show the rules of engagement, because I think that's one of the rules. It's kind of understood.
And you're right, but Roscoe,
Yeah.
You mentioned Kevin Samuels, and I don't really agree with Kevin on that, because this is the reason why I don't.
Mm.
It's like you out here playing Russian roulette. The dating scene, you know, and depending on your belief system, like dating is screwing anyway. So if you dating, you're gonna be screwing. But now if you're gonna be
Not
serious
necessarily, because you just, I mean, you just,
well, that's normally what it ends up in a lot of times, you know, screwing.
yeah,
You
but
know,
I mean, we taking a chance, because you said earlier that there's sometimes where y'all could just decide that y'all not gonna get this dude none, yet you gonna continue to keep accepting like the gifts and keep getting taken out to dinner and all this stuff, knowing in the back of your mind that I'm not never giving this dude
right. I get that. And I'm not saying that that's right. But I also feel like we taking the gamble too, because just because a man is taking me out after 3 dates, I gotta sleep with him and then he gone. Like that shit don't work. I don't know what Kevin Samuel's talking about, but that I think that he's trying to talk from a standpoint of, if you know that man is trying to be married, if that man has a married mindset, and even that can be a gamble, because once he has sex with you, some men just know after they do that, that ain't the one.
Yeah. I don't think he was just talking in reference to just like people who are like dating with the intent to marry. I think just dating in general, like just because people, like some people are just dating
No,
like
that's
not.
his idea on that. I've listened to multiple shows. That's what he means
I
when he
don't
talks.
know. No, I mean, I know that there's that, but there's also people who are dating just for the sake of like sexual encounters and all that. So not everybody is dating with the intent that marriage is the end goal. You know, some people are
Well,
just
that's
getting
what
loose.
That's what he means when he says that.
I don't
Because
know. I have to go back and watch. But
yeah, I've heard him. That's what he means, because even when the women say what I just said, and when they ask him that, well, is the man that you're dealing with, does he have that mindset? That's what he's saying. He's
yeah,
saying,
no, I
yeah,
mean, even if that's the case, all right, if that's the case, then at what point? Because women, like I said, if y'all are knowing that this dude that y'all with, y'all not gonna get with him, then at what point are y'all telling this dude that, you know what, I know you've been taking me out and all this and that, but
like I said, some women just want a meal. They just want to go out.
yeah,
They don't have a point.
That's
They're
foul
gonna see,
though, man.
they're gonna see it is, but that's hey, like you said, that's the gamble. And it's just like a woman. Well, how many of these dates I gotta go on so I'll get a man to say, okay, I want to marry that woman. So, you know, you got different women out here doing a different thing. Me personally, I would not go out with no man. That I don't see myself liking like that. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I won't do that, because I know that it's an attachment. I know that feelings are involved. And if I don't like you like that, I don't like it. If we do go out, I can pay. We can go half on this, because I don't want you to think that I'm doing this because, I'm interested like that. So just to keep it cool, I'll pay for my meal and you
Yeah.
pay for yours.
No, yeah, no, that I guess that shows your maturity, and because I'm actually the same way right now. Like I'm like very, very mindful as opposed to when I was younger of
Mhm.
just people's feelings now when I'm engaging with them. So um I'm like very, very like I'm not dating nobody right now because I know like if I'm really not feeling you like that, then I don't want to have all the emotional ties with this person. I know it won't happen on my end, but I know like it's
Mhm.
always happening on the other side. So um
Exactly. And everybody is not like you. And the worst thing you could do is have expectations for somebody that's not like you. That ends up in a big disappointment. And I had to learn that, don't expect people to be like me. Everybody ain't like me. Everybody ain't like you. They not gonna do. I try to teach my son that right now. Understand that when you express yourself, when you give something to somebody, or if you're doing something out the kindness of your heart, and that person turn around and they don't do it for you, well, basically they ain't like you. And it's right there at that moment where you say, you know what, I gotta move on because I'm not gonna be in a give take, relationship, you know, where that person is just taking, and you doing all the giving. You gotta make up your mind at that point.
yeah.
But I just ain't never been that kind. Like I say, if I pick up the phone and I call you, I say, Roscoe, look, I want to go out. Let's go catch a movie or something. I'm gonna pay for it. That I'm asking you to go out. Now, if you want to treat somebody like a woman or treat, because I'm a woman or however men think, because I've had men do that. I've
Mhm.
asked them out and I didn't have to pay because they just wouldn't let me do it.
I like how you did that little Jedi mind trick right there. You know what I mean? Like I pay,
Right.
I pay, but if you wanna treat somebody like a woman, though, you know what I mean?
I mean, I rarely ever have to pay for anything. I mean, I've been blessed to at least have men that understand, that, you a woman, I'll pay, what I mean?
Yeah, no,
And that's
I'm
and
like
Kevin
that.
Samuels, he's about that life. He talks about that. You shouldn't, he like you men shouldn't be dealing with a woman if y'all ain't planning on paying.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't be tripping about that stuff. I know it's a lot of guys who they
Like my
worry.
cousin.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to. I
My
see. I ain't
cousin
want to put nobody on blast. I ain't want to put nobody on blast,
No,
man.
my cousin do not be playing, man. I understand him though,
Yeah,
because
no,
he
I get it, but it's that same thing that it's the same Kevin Samuels type mindset. Like, why am I making this investment? If there's nothing gonna come of it in the end, and I get that. But see, my mindset is like I said earlier, all this stuff is a gamble. So
it is,
and
and you
and,
can't
and that's
walk like
part of it,
that.
and that's
Yeah,
part of it. So I never trip about like paying for dinners and drinks and all that type of stuff. Like that's again like the name of the show would suggest, it's about the rules of engagement. It's part of the rules of engagement to me. you know so
absolutely.
so yeah.
So number one, if you are not interested in a man, ladies, don't be going out with him. Don't take gifts from him.
Mhm.
Don't put yourself in a position to where he's going to be expecting something.
Right.
That's wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just laid out wrong.
I just think communication is key in all situations. Like if you being upfront and honest with people, and then I know I've heard some ladies who are as soon as they enter, you know, um, the situation with the other person, they explain it right up front that I'm not one of those people who like to rush into sex right off the bat and yada yada yada. So you'll have, some ladies who do that, but then you'll have a good number of them who um, they being deceitful in that whole process. And, you got the guy who's doing all this stuff and trying to, you know, show this woman a good time and open up his heart and give it a whirl. And just to have this lady say to him in the end that I wasn't interested, and he invested all, you know, these monetary resources in trying to get this lady. So, you know,
But do you agree with him? It's like he be saying high value men, and he be talking about women's looks. And I just feel like when it comes to the men who has this kind of money and are successful, a lot of them don't have pretty women. I just don't see where he gets that from. Like, they don't have pretty women. Like, they
well,
okay.
no, you do typically see like at least the ones who are you know, in a public spotlight, if you will, you know, those who in the public eye,
Them,
like a lot of those people.
that's celebrities.
Yeah, but I
We ain't talking
mean,
about them.
no, but even still, there's a good number of successful men. But I get what you're saying though, because these are regular people, and you'll have like I know when me and my guys a few years ago, when we was doing our transportation company thing, you know, we dealt with a lot of CEOs from companies and stuff like that, and these were guys who were older guys who wasn't in the best shape and not the best looking guys maybe. So maybe, yeah, they wives didn't look the best and all that, but these are men who still had access to women. You know what I mean? I know one of,
Right. They going out dating those women that look
yeah,
like that.
right.
But at home,
So they
9 times,
wives, you know,
yeah, they wives, you be like, dang. That's what
you
I'm
know,
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's being fair when it comes to, like, I want to see some of the people that, you know, these high value men and women that he's talking about that has these extremely beautiful, exotic looking women. Like, I ain't saying that some men don't, you know, but I just don't see a lot of them out there like how he say, like it's a few of them online, and I've seen their wives, and their wives is not like he says they are.
yeah,
Like, I know one guy, that I listen to, I can't say his name, but
right.
you know, his wife is not, she all right. You know, like, I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world either, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, he be saying like these men have these, it's a certain way I feel like he likes his women, and I feel like he pushes off a lot of what he likes onto his show. You know, he got these men, because, like, I'm gonna tell you like this, and there's some women that might want a man that got a lot of money, but he ain't attractive. But look, I don't operate like that. I gotta be attracted. I don't care how much money you got. I don't, if I can't find something attractive about you, then I can't do it.
No, I guess that, yeah, no, I'm the
I
same way.
gotta
I guess we superficial in that sense, because I'm the same way. I ain't even gonna front. Like, I gotta have something, but at least for me, it's not always like being pretty in the face or something like that. Like, I can find some other things that keep me looking at you like, man, you know, like I've had and known some chicks who may not have been like, from a society standpoint, like the greatest looking chick, but they were sexy as hell. You know
right.
what I mean? So I don't know if people realize that there's a difference between, you know, sexiness and looking good, you know. So
Yes, I probably fall in the category like that, you know what I'm saying? Myself.
yeah,
But
your sexy
I
low self, that's what you is. But
huh?
you no, you looking good, man. I ain't gonna let you put yourself down like that. Like,
No,
you,
I'm not putting myself down, but I mean, like I said, I don't think I'm like this super fine chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm
But
okay. I'm okay.
see, this the thing for me is like, like women who are like you are like the dopest chick out here to me. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like all like the fact, and I know that society probably, and I'm gonna just be honest, you know what I mean? Like they probably looking at chicks like y'all regular chicks, like y'all the girl next door type chicks, you know, that type stuff, you know. So y'all are y'all everybody's number one pick?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not, because you got this other chick who's making herself up, you know, dolling herself up. And I really never got into like all the superficial, the makeup and, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like, I always thought a chick who put so much emphasis on that type of stuff, that actually brought her the way I felt about her, you know, from a sexual standpoint, it brought it down,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so that was always just me, you know. And that's not to say that I don't think that those chicks ain't pretty. It's just that
Right.
I realized that they not as pretty as they may think they are, you know, or they think they feel, you know, because I think that it's a lot of insecurity tied into that too. But
Yeah, because you got some women that'll overdo it. And see, like for me, like I don't, you can't really tell when I have on makeup and stuff. I try not to put on too much of anything. Like right now, I don't have on makeup. You know,
yeah.
this is, I mean, I got some hair and it's not mine, but you know, I don't have on makeup, you know, so that's just me.
Well, I've seen you with lipstick, and I think you look better without lipstick.
Really?
Yes,
When
yes.
you see you with lipstick on?
I see you with lipstick before.
Real?
Yeah, I was watching you through your laptop. No, man, but yeah, no, I think maybe on one of the shows or something you snuck on here with some lipstick on or something. But yeah, no, and it's not that you look bad with lipstick. It's just that, like, and maybe that's just me again, but your natural self is more appealing than you with lipstick on.
Hmm. Well, you know, I think a lot of men really don't like a lot of this stuff that women wear.
We don't care. We don't care about that. And well, it's some dudes that do, you know, because I remember, um, and I ain't gonna say who it was. It was Apocalypto, but but we was talking about we was talking
You
about
got you, cuz.
right. We was talking about Brittany Renner, and we was looking at a picture of her without her makeup on. And so me, I was saying to him, because he was saying like without the makeup, dudes would not be going after that chick. She's not a chick that dudes would go after. Now I'm like, you are totally mistaken, dude. Like,
Mhm.
just because with her without her makeup, her natural self, you know, you see the craters in her face and all that kind of stuff that's going on. She not as smooth in the face as, you know, public, when you see her in public naturally. I mean, usually, you know,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, she had some little nicks and bruises up in the face, but she's still Brittany Renner, you know. So I was like, dude, you know,
Yeah,
like,
but you know what? You check this out. Check this
yeah,
out. I'm glad you brought her up.
yeah,
And because I meant to bring her up the other night when we were on the Warheads. Um, See, Kevin Samuels had complaints from people talking about how he was too light and too easy on her.
right.
And see, Kevin has a tendency to do that sometimes, especially with women who are not only pretty, but they got a backing behind them. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm. I
He
seen some
lets them,
examples of that.
he lets them, and people were calling him out for that. And he was trying to defend himself. But I was saying, I understand what they were saying, but just when he said when he was talking about what they were telling him that he was doing, and he was trying to defend himself. This is what I said. I said that woman is Kevin Samuel's type. Soon as I thought that, it came out his mouth. She's my type. That's where he has a weakness for his type.
Yeah, no, you know, this the thing that's probably gonna end up coming out at the end of the day that I've said about a lot of underdog dudes, because
That's one of them.
yeah, he's one of these guys who was an underdog, who I feel like anyway was an underdog back in the days, and then you know he ended up blowing up later in life, and with a lot of these dudes, they end up chasing after, and he's even mentioned it in shows, not about himself though, you know what I mean? But he said that these type of dudes would end up, maybe he was talking about women, but you know, these type of dudes end up chasing after the chick who they couldn't get from back in the day. You know, the ones who wasn't accessible to them then, and they are now, you know, they gonna allow those chicks into their world, and especially with him and his platform, he's not gonna have a vitriol that he has in attacking those type of women that he would women who are deemed you know, not as pretty as she is. So yeah, I've seen examples of some of that stuff actually, that I've seen myself, and I'm like, man, is it me, or is this dude being kind of lighter on the prettier chicks than he would just everybody else? So yeah, I thought that was interesting, and but it just shows that people are human, you know. Kevin Samuels ain't
Right,
no
but see, that's true. But at the same time, though, while you're being human, people are taking what you're saying seriously, and they're looking at what you're doing. See, to me, Kevin Samuel say one thing, but he walking another walk, and I see that about him. You know, I like
that
what
could
he
be the
say
case.
and all of that, but at the end of the day, Kevin Samuel has a double standard, in my opinion. You
Yeah,
know, and that's where, huh?
we got like 2 minutes before we have to end this show. So we're gonna have to pick up this conversation again, because this was actually a good one that I feel like we're gonna have to touch on again. But in closing, all I'm gonna say is that, you know, it was fun. Miss Carlene, Miss I see that your damn Arlene name is fucking with me. It's right there on the screen. But y'all have fun. Y'all can like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Engage with us as we continue, and good night, everybody.
Good night. I was kind of moving around, my bad.